Hello and welcome back to Hyperplay RPG. Now we've done loads of videos on the R35XX, a superb little handheld console from China, and now we're moving on to a new project. We're going to do an R36S wrap-up video soon where we're going to talk about the possibility of video out using OTG cables, HDMI cables, so on, and also talk about where you can source your ROMs and how to do multi-disc PlayStation games. But this is now going to be our new project, the little console in here. And it's all the rage at the moment. Now we're not going to do one of those boring unboxing videos because everyone knows it's going to be, you know, a console and a screen protector and a cable and other bits and pieces. You all know what these little consoles look like already. One of the reasons for doing this video is if you buy anything from AliExpress, you absolutely must take a video of you unpackaging it, because so often, or more and more frequently, they are sending empty packages, or like game consoles worth about £1 instead of what you actually ordered, and the only way to get a refund is if you have a video from start to finish of you fully unpackaging it. So that's what we're going to do. It's a gloriously sunny day here in London. It's April Fool's Day. This is not an April Fool's, although it might go that way if the video goes wrong. So we're going to get into the packaging. Why are we doing this on the balcony? Well, I've got a couple of young kids and I don't want them being covered in little bits of plastic, which is what these packages invariably contain. Absolutely masses of bubble wraps, and they do wrap it quite well, to be fair. Now, have we got a dodgy package? Have we been scammed? What I will tell you is we bought this from the Anbernic direct store on AliExpress, and it really is pot luck with these sellers on AliExpress as to what you're going to get, especially with a cheap price. Because you do sort of take your money in your hand and throw it away, but this looks like it could be the real deal. And this is what the channel is going to be focusing on from now. We're already in talks with a 3D printing company to do a new grip for this, like we did for the R36S, to do a new case and grip double combo, but here we are. This is going to be the focus of the channel now. Sorry about the shade coming over the screen, but hopefully you can see it is the Anbernic RG35XX H, or the Zazbizzle if you watch Tech Dweeb, who's a prominent YouTuber in this area. Tech Dweeb, TECHDWWEB, bit of a parody about a geek who loves these games consoles and who reviews them, and you know, he pretends to be in his mum's basement, live in his mum's basement. Anyway, very funny, very cool. A lot like Russ from Retro Game Core, but a bit more sort of jokey. Anyway, so Tech Dweeb thought this was a ridiculous name for a console, and it is. So he called it the Zazbizzle instead. So yeah, whatever you want to call it, the RG35XX H or the Zazbizzle, here it is. We've got it. We're going to continue, and what I would normally do is, like I said, it's not going to be one of those unboxing will show you, all the stuff that's inside. I just want to see if it turns on and works, because again, that's something. And also, the first R36S we got from Boy Home Store on AliExpress, the screen flopped down almost straight away. So there we go. This one actually looks like the real deal. Nice shiny screen, nice sunny day in London on Easter Monday. Hope you've had a good Easter and avoided all the pitfalls of April Fool's Day today. And there we go. So let's see if we can actually power it on. Normally we charge it all fully, and one thing to remember when charging these is to make sure you use a low charging brick with nothing over 2 amps. So 5 volts 2 amps is usually the thing. We'd have to double check that that's what this one wants, but people have been frying their RG35XX pluses and their H's by using fast charging mobile phone chargers. Don't use those. Use the cable provided and use a low power charging brick. I will do a hints and tips video, no doubt, and tell you all about the stuff. Now, yeah, it does turn on and it does seem to work. It's got the annoying splash sound, which you'll be able to turn off. Great, so there we go. I mean, you can't see anything. That's not what this is for. We'll be doing lots of testing, and we'll be updating the firmware. Oh, that's nice. Goodbye. Now, there are plenty of custom options becoming available for this. I mean, obviously you've got the stock OS, which is actually getting better and better. A lot of the YouTubers, you know, they're used to being in this area, and they thought the original OS on the RG35XX Plus, which has all the same innards as this, they thought it wasn't good enough. Well, frankly, we had one, and it was perfectly fine. You know, it worked. Yeah, sure, performance can be improved and tweaked here and there, but if you're, you know, not an expert in this field, then our feeling is the stock OS, which is being improved all the time, and there's an update today by Anbernic on the stock OS. The stock OS that it either comes with, or even better, that you can get from the Anbernic website, is going to work just fine. But we'll check all that out, and we will upgrade to the latest firmware, and we'll do you another real-time video and show you how to do that. There are other custom firmwares to improve the operating system. Batacera is a very popular one at the moment, especially since V40 came out. I think that's also known as Kariki. Now, yes, you can squeeze a little bit more performance out of the RG35XX H with Batacera V40, but you know, it's marginal from what we hear. You can play a few more N64 games, you know, improve it from playable to, you know, perfect. But the problem with Batacera, we've heard, is that it takes a long time to power on the device. It didn't take long at all, actually, for the custom OS to power up. And also it drains the battery like a trooper into sleep mode even more than the custom OS. Then you've got MinUI, which is great, which does have a good sleep mode apparently, which doesn't drain the battery, but it cannot handle emulation above PS1, so no N64 from what we hear on MinUI, so that's a shame. And then there's MuOS as well, again, which is, you know, a bit lightweight, we gather. So lots of different options. We think stock OS, there's one more option actually. People have been modding the stock OS, and maybe, you know, that gives even more improved performance, but as Anbernic are updating their own stock OS anyway, I'd be inclined to go with the official latest version of the stock OS. But to be honest, the stock OS on here will be fine for playing 99% of the games that it comes with. So there we go. We're going to get it fully road tested. Like I say, we're going to do a grip, get a grip developed for this. There aren't any around in the UK. There are some already available in the States on Etsy and so on. And we're also going to work with 3D printers on getting a nice case to go over the front to protect it, so you can just pop it in your pocket without worrying about damaging the analog sticks or the screen. And then that case will, you know, flip over and go on the back as a bit of extra sort of ballast to hold it. But really, actually, it feels quite nice as is. Although it would be nice to have a grip to access these analog sticks if you want to play the N64 games and so on that you put onto the console. So anyway, I'll stop wittering on. This is going to be the focus of the channel now. Highly recommended. We got ours for £43 delivered as part of the March sales through AliExpress. Like I say, on the Anbernic direct store. And it can still be had for a bit more than that. There. We'll put a link. It is an affiliate link because we're on the Anbernic affiliate program. To the official Anbernic website to get this. It is a bit more, but it is safer than buying from AliExpress, and you'll be able to get one of these for about $68 plus, you know, cheap shipping on our link. Up to you if you use that. We get a very small kickback, which helps us do a bit more with the channel and helps us develop the 3D printed grips and so on. But yeah, about, you know, $15 or, you know, like, so about £10 cheaper on AliExpress. But you know, you do play the game of roulette that is buying from AliExpress. I think it is safer to buy from Anbernic direct personally for that little bit more and a little bit extra peace of mind. Anyway, enough from us. So please look forward to more videos on the Zazbizzle, the RG35XX H. Take care. Bye bye.